Main advice for creatives is twofold. First of all, to create anything involves levels of anxiety. When you start a project, you're anxious because you don't have all of the answers. You have like a blank canvas, you have a blank page. If you're starting a book, you're writing a screenplay or whatever it is, you're starting from nothing. And it's a feeling of anxiety that you have. And you have to have this feeling of anxiety. Otherwise, you would never write anything. You would never do anything. You would never feel compelled or motivated to actually create anything, right? So the sense of facing a blank page or starting something is naturally going to create anxiety. How you manage your anxiety will determine how creative you will be. If you're in a rush to have answers, if you have no ability to withstand the anxiety that creating anything involves, you'll never be able to get to the end, right? So you have to kind of embrace that anxiety, and you have to learn how to manage it, and you have to kind of learn how to live with it. If there's too much anxiety, if you're too worried about it, if it's too overwhelming, you'll never be able to get there. But you need to feel a sense of, I'm not sure where this is going. I'm not sure I have all the answers, but I'm going to keep persisting. I'm going to keep pushing through. I'm going to use my anxiety instead of quitting, instead of searching for something to distract me. I'm going to use it to go further into the process and to make it deeper and better and better. The second thing is similar to that. So normally when you are looking for a solution to a particular problem, or you're thinking about, what's next in your book or project, you're kind of in a rush to get to an answer. You're in a rush to figure things out and to be kind of one-dimensional in your thinking. True creativity is multidimensional. You're going deeper and deeper and deeper into something. And you have to ask your questions. Instead of going, I can choose A, B, or C in order for the next direction in my project, in my book, you want to consider D, E, F, G, and H, and I. You want to consider more options. The more options you consider, the more creative and dimensional your project will become. When I'm writing a book, I'm obviously very anxious about it and I feel very concerned, but I make myself go through this process, which is very kind of relaxes me and calms me down, where I take all of the material that I have and I try and organize it and see what the whole picture is about. And then I kind of expand the lens and I go, what is it that I'm not thinking about? What is it that I haven't considered? What is that direction in this particular idea that I have not looked into? Opening the lens, considering other possibilities is what makes somebody creative. I mean, what made Leonardo da Vinci creative was that he had so much more information at his disposal than other artists, and he considered other possibilities and he combined them in very unusual ways. So I try in my work to open myself up to other cultures, to other civilizations, to other periods, to how women think, to how people from other cultures think. It expands my horizon, and then I'm able to make all of these interesting connections between them. Managing your anxiety and expanding the possibilities, the things that you consider, and the things that you let into your material is what's going to make you more creative.